Hey guys, it's Logan. Welcome to this video. Sorry it's been such a long time. I obviously am not in the normal place I am in, which is my bedroom. But I'm in Colorado. I'm technically on spring break. Um, so I was kind of just enjoying myself. But we do have some news you probably have heard of just because it's been a hot minute since I have recorded or set out a video. So the first major thing that I have not covered is probably heard this, but the 49ers have traded up with the Miami Dolphins to grab the number 3 overall pick. They essentially have swapped first rounders, and the 49ers also traded a third rounder from this year and a 2022 first rounder and a 2023 first rounder. And also in that, the Dolphins then traded up to the number 6 spot with the Eagles. They traded the number 12 spot and a 2022 first rounder for the number 6 overall. Basically, what that means, Jimmy G, sorry. The 49ers have still said that he is their guy. Though I don't know why you're trading up that much if, if that is your franchise quarterback. So I think they probably take Trey Lance, just because if you have Trevor Lawrence going at 1, I think Zach Wilson going at 2. I think Kyle Shanahan. I was about to say Mike, but I think Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, their GM, would love to have such a great physical prospect. Then you can obviously coach him up into the system and whatever. But I think they go Trey Lance. If not, kind of a waste. I mean, unless you're going Justin Fields. If they don't take quarterback, or if they don't take one of the top 4 quarterbacks, I think it is kind of a waste. But Dolphins, I think it's good because you're still getting the player you probably would have gotten. Because if you have, again, Trevor Lawrence at 1, Zach Wilson at 2, Trey Lance at 3, probably Justin Fields at 4, Penei Sewell at 5, or Rashawn Slater. That's just what I'm thinking. Then you have all these wide receivers at 6, so you can go Jamar Chase or Jalen Waddle. I could go Devontae Smith. I like the other 2 better for their system. But also, the NFL has expanded, or the owners have approved a 17-game season. I personally would rather them have an 18-game season just because I like more football. And we have always had, even, it went from 10 to 12 to 14 to 16. So I like even better. It just kind of sounds weird, like seeing a team go 9-8, or yeah, it's just kind of strange. So I would rather them go. Sorry, my head is itchy. I would rather them go to 18, just jump up to 18. But that is just my preference. That was also announced week ago, I want to say, but a bit later. And big news that came about today. The Jets have traded Sam Darnold to the Panthers, which kind of surprising. I am very glad the Broncos didn't get him. I don't want Sam Darnold, but I mean, if you're the Panthers and you're still trying to get Deshaun Watson, even though he's been having a ton of legal stuff going on and a lot of allegations, it doesn't make a whole ton of sense to try and waste or to try and get Sam Darnold. But if you felt that Deshaun Watson wasn't feasible or an option, then I get, yeah, you should go Sam Darnold. Or try and trade up, use that pick for a quarterback. Though, or you could trade back and get potentially like a Mac Jones, or you could get a Kellen Mond in like the third or the fourth, um, and try and coach him up. But a lot of different options they could take. I mean, good for I think this solidifies the Jets are taking quarterback, no doubt about it. Because who else they got? Joe Flacco. He's not your franchise. Um, but the according to this, Darnold has been traded from the Jets for a 2021 sixth round plus a second and fourth in the 2022 draft. So not a whole lot. That's still, I mean, a decent amount. You, this is interesting because he was the number 3 overall pick, and you're getting him for a sixth, second, and a fourth, which obviously tells you he was not worth the most. But hopefully he can do better with the Panthers. I mean, I'd say it's kind of weird because like you're either on the side of Sam Darnold just sucks, or it was a system he's in, or you love Sam Darnold. And you're like, oh, he is the best quarterback out of that draft class. So I'm more on the side of partially system, mostly system, but also he isn't the absolute greatest. So, I mean, Adam Gase kind of just murders quarterbacks wherever he goes. But hopefully, Sam Darnold can do better in a new environment. We have seen that before with other guys. I'm trying to think. I mean, Drew Brees comes to mind just because he was okay with the Chargers, then went to the Saints and was obviously better. But, I mean, Brett Favre, he was drafted by Atlanta, and then they traded him or released him, and he ended up in Green Bay. So, I mean, neither of them. Wait, Drew Brees might have been drafted really early. I won't look at it. Mainly just because that would take too long. But, I feel like Drew Brees was a first rounder. Anyway, he might have been a second rounder. I think he was a second rounder. Anyway, hopefully Sam Darnold can do better. I mean, Panthers. This is kind of a, I don't want to say high upside, but there's not a lot of risk in it because you do have Teddy Bridgewater, and you can fall back on some guys if Darnold doesn't pan out. I mean, yeah, it's just kind of an interesting situation. But that is the most major news that has happened in the past little bit since I have last recorded or released stuff. Other stuff is just pro days have happened. Dudes have looked good. Other dudes haven't looked as good. I mean, Tom Brady's rookie cards sold for $2.25 million, which is just kind of funny. I mean, it's good for him. But, yeah, just pro days. Some dudes have boosted their stock. Like, I mean, Trevor Lawrence had a pro day a while ago, and he just showed that he's pretty good. I mean, he did go under surgery. He's not pretty good. He is exceptionally good. But Zach Wilson had a pro day. I didn't watch much of that. I have yet to watch the Justin Fields pro day. I did watch the Trey Lance pro day, and he looked fairly good. There were some throws that he missed, but I still think he is one of the better quarterbacks. So, anyway, got kind of rambly at the end. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. What you think of the Darnold trade. What you think of NFL expanding to 17 games. What you think the 49ers will do with their newly acquired number 3 draft pick. Tell me that all in the comment section below. And, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. And, again, as always, thank y'all so very much. Peace.